Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to get these cool beachy waves. They're super easy. All you need is a curling iron and a hair clip. And I have a few products in here that I really like to use as well, but it's definitely not necessary to achieve this look. So if you want to see how to do this super easy hair tutorial, then go ahead and keep on watching. So the only thing that I have done to my hair right now is I just blow dried it right out of the shower, and I thought I would go ahead and show you the products that I used. I have really fine hair that doesn't have a lot of body to it, and so I've been using the Kristin thickening spray. You do this whenever your hair is wet and do like 5 sprays all around your head. It smells incredible. It's from Target, so it's like $11. And I swear it makes the biggest difference. And then I dry my hair up with like my head turned over, and that makes a huge difference. And then I also put on my ends while it's still wet the R&Co High Dive Moisture and Shine Cream. I love this stuff. It smells so good, and it just makes sure that your ends aren't too dry and brittle. I probably should be using like a heat protectant, but I just don't like the way it makes my hair feel when I curl it. So the only thing that you're going to need is going to be a hair clip and obviously your curling iron. I'm using this one from T3. I think this is like 1.5 inches. This is, actually no, maybe this is 1.25 inches. It's not their thickest one. And I use the one with a clamp because I think it makes a big difference on the way that I do my hair. So the first thing you want to do is go ahead and split your hair half up. Now, obviously, if you have more hair than I do, you can definitely split it into more sections, but I'm able to get away with just doing it in 2. So go ahead and clip that up and then split your hair halfway. Now, I always start from the back of my head working forwards, and so what I'll do, I'll take a little piece that's like 1 inch thick, and then I'll take my curling iron. And what you do, I start at the edge to kind of straighten out the base, and then I'll wrap it around 1, 2, so 2 times, leaving out about 1 inch of hair, and just hold it there for sometimes 10 seconds, sometimes shorter. And then what I'll do is I'll kind of release it, turn it one more time, and then kind of untwist it and then pull down without pulling on this. So basically that you're adding pressure the entire time to the edge of your hair. So that's gonna give it that straight edge that we want at the end. Now the good thing about this curling iron is the more you do it like this, your hair isn't gonna fall because this thing is so hot. It makes your hair stay so well. So same thing, leave about 1/2 inch out, and then the longer the pieces are, the more times you're gonna wrap it around. But yeah, leave out like 1 inch, and then hold it there for about 10 seconds. And the more hair you put into the clamp, the more you wanna hold it there. So let's see, and you can kind of feel it once it's getting hot. Now same thing, so you release a little bit to where you have less than 1 inch, and then unwind and pull down. Do not, there. I was gonna say do not like release the clamp, because if you do that, then the heat isn't going to basically straighten that 1 inch of hair that you left out. So it looks like this. And keep in mind, we're gonna let everything settle the way it is, so I'm not gonna like brush anything out first. Now also something I like to do is take some pieces and make sure you're curling them the opposite way, just to add some more body. So you're gonna do the same thing to both sides of your head, just in alternating ways. Also make sure that when you get towards the front of your face, I like to make sure that those front pieces are always facing away from my face. It's a personal preference. You don't have to do it this way, but I think this is what gives you that more beachy look. This is also the trick if you don't have like a clamp curling iron. You can get, you can just use a regular wand and then take your straight, like leave that inch out still, like whenever you're holding it, so you would basically hold it 1 inch out, and then you can always go over it at the end with your straightener and straighten any pieces that you think that you accidentally curled too much. Okay, so after you do this, just let this sit there, and you want that heat to cool down so that your curls are just lukewarm. And actually not lukewarm, sorry, warm temperature to the touch. And it's gonna help the curl set better. So now I'm just gonna go in and do the same thing to the other side. So once you have both sides curled, then you're just gonna go ahead, take out that clip, lay your hair down, and kind of go in the middle. I don't have like a really exact part, but basically just split that in half like you did to the bottom side, and then take one of those sides and put it back in the clip. Then just make sure you feel around. Just be careful that you don't get your hair mixed in with the curled parts. You can probably be more exact about it than I'm being. But yeah, so just take that and kind of do the same thing. Work your way from the back. So I always take this back piece, and first of all, whenever you're doing this, that first piece that you do, make sure it's also going away from your face. And now take another piece, about an inch again, and this time do it towards your face. Whenever you do this, we're gonna go in with some texture spray at the end, and when you have these alternating curls, it just makes your hair have a little bit more texture and body to it, and kind of makes you just have more volume, I guess, because the curls can't blend in together, and it avoids you getting like Shirley Temple curl, which we all know is unwanted. And you'll notice that when I did that part near my face that I didn't curl it right on top, and then I kind of pulled it down a little bit. I'll point it out when I do it again here, because you don't want that curl to start all the way up here, because then you're just gonna look funny. So now I'm just gonna go in and do the same thing to the other side. So as you'll see, I'm getting to the front, and I'll clamp it down, pull it a little bit, leave out like an inch or so, and just don't go like this and like leave it really curled at the top. Just leave a little bit out. Okay, so last piece. Now this, you want to take even lower, so that way it basically gives you that nice framing of your face by your ear. So I really only twirl this once, leaving it here. And then make sure that you don't get too curled. You leave it out. Okay. Now I know this looks a little silly, but the most important part, I think, of achieving a wave that's gonna stay all day is letting the curls cool down. So make sure you don't run your fingers through it or touch it or do anything to it until they've fully cooled down. Okay, so now that my hair is nice and cooled down, you can't feel any heat anymore, now is gonna be the time where you run your fingers through it. I also, at this time, love to put in a nice texturizing spray, and again, I'm using one from Target from Kristin S. I love this stuff. It smells just like that thickening spray, and again, it was like $13. I normally like to spend a good money on a thickening spray just because I couldn't find one at the drugstore that I liked, and technically this isn't the drugstore, it's still only Target. This stuff is amazing. Go out and buy it. This whole entire Kristin S line is amazing. Which, by the way, she's the hairdresser for Lauren Conrad and Lucy Hale and like a bunch of people. She does these cute little bobs, so this stuff is great. So I'll go ahead and basically take my hair, and when I'm running through it, spray this stuff. So that way it gets you this nice like beachy wave. Just run your fingers through it and spray for texture. And then you scrunch it up at the end when you've got that product in your hair. This is also a good time to add hairspray after we're done with this. I'm actually not a hairspray person. I don't know, I just don't like the way it makes my hair feel. I feel like it's sticky. But that's probably me just not buying a good hairspray. Okay, so you can kind of just mess around with it until it looks like you want it to. And if you want it to be a little less curly, you can always either run your fingers through it when it's not completely cooled down, Or you can just keep running your fingers through it now, but this is all I do. And this is how I pretty much do my hair every day. And it's nice, it's honestly so easy, and practice makes perfect. So the more you do this, the better you're gonna get at it. In the mornings, this takes me about 10 minutes to do, honestly. And it turns out really cute. You can dress this up or down, and then if you wanna get a little bit more like night on the town with it, you can always tease it to get more volume at the top. I'm not gonna do that today because I just don't have the time for that. That's more of like a going out kind of thing. So yeah, this is the final look. I literally do this every single day. It's that easy, and I know you guys can do it too. So if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to see more like this, then leave me a comment below. Let me know what other kind of tutorials you want to see. And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.